If you're serious about jazz, you've probably heard many times that you should transcribe, transcribe, and transcribe. But is this really going to make you a better player? And if so, how do you do it the right way? That's what we're going to discuss in this video. Before we get into the topic, let's make sure that we all know what transcribing means. As jazz musicians, transcribing is the process of listening to music, be it a solo, a melody, or just a chord, and then we try to reproduce it on our instrument or write it down on paper. This is the way that pretty much all great jazz musicians started out. They did tons of transcribing and as a result often sounded very much like their heroes in the beginning. And it's still seen as the golden path to become a great jazz musician. But is that really true? Well, let's think for a moment about the benefits that transcribing can give us. If we do it correctly, it has the potential to teach us jazz language, train our ears, improve our technique, our jazz phrasing, improve our sound, teach us the right time feel, and so on. Honestly, I can't think of any other method that can teach you all these things at once. So yes, transcribing absolutely has the potential to make you a much better musician. But you will only get these benefits when you transcribe the right way. But what is the right way to transcribe? It's actually a pretty simple 3-step process. The first step is to choose something to transcribe. And now comes the great part that is very often misunderstood. You don't have to transcribe whole solos. There is no law written anywhere that says that you have to transcribe always a whole solo. That's especially good news for beginners that have a hard time copying all those notes off the record. Anyone can start transcribing today. You don't have to have great ears. Just pick one note that you want to copy. And once you succeeded with this one note, pick a second note. And if you feel confident, try to transcribe a whole phrase. Once you chose something to transcribe, the second step is to figure out the notes. For that, I would recommend that you use a software like Transcribe or Amazing Slowdowner to loop the passage you chose. You can find these programs for your smartphone, your tablet and computer, and they're usually quite affordable. I will leave a few recommendations down in the comments. Once you have everything set up, sit down with the instrument and the program and start to figure out the notes. Take your time and be kind to yourself. It might take a while to get the notes right, but remember that even just 1 or 2 notes is already a success. A common question is if you should write the music down or keep it all in your head. I would recommend, especially for beginning improvisers, to write it down because it makes the process a little bit more manageable. It will also give you the opportunity to analyze what you just transcribed. Okay, so now you figured out the notes. Most people already stop here, but actually now comes the really interesting part that you can get the most from. Step 3. In step 3, you get the chance to copy the phrasing, the sound, the time feel, and so on of a great player. This is a real goldmine. To say it in other words, step 3 is about the feel of the notes. This makes all the difference. And that's it already. These are the 3 steps of transcribing. If you didn't get all of that right away, don't worry, I prepared a free PDF that you can find as a download on my website. I put the link up here. I prepared the PDF in a way that it guides you through the steps of transcribing and gives suggestions for step 3, the most important step, how to get the feel of the notes. The reason why transcribing is such a powerful tool is that it covers all the aspects of music. I know it can be difficult to get yourself to sit down and really start transcribing, but I guarantee once you start, it's actually gonna be fun. Try to make transcribing a regular part of your practice routine. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day is absolutely enough. You will get to experience your favorite musicians up close and notice things about their playing that you would never notice otherwise. You will also form a stronger bond with your favorite music, and this alone already will make you a much better musician. I really have to say that I regret that I didn't do more transcribing when I started out. I know I would have gotten better at a much faster rate if I would have done more of that. In case you want to know which other things I would do differently if I could start all over again today, and for whom transcribing might be not the best idea, I would recommend you watch this video next. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know down in the comments about your experiences and thoughts on transcribing, and see you next time.